Shalana the Frostmaid ducked as another volley of elementally imbued arrows fleeted by her face. She took a deep breath and closed her eyes as she knocked 3 arrows. After a brief pause to channel her breath down through her arms, she turns the corner, releasing them. Finding their targets as if guided by angels themselves, they exploded the 3 skulls of which they were previously embedded into frosty clouds of toxic ice. It wasn't much in the grand scheme of it all, but it didn't have to be. It would slow them down enough until Cleon made it back. She was running low on mana, and her limbs were beginning to quiver from the stamina drain. She could hear the frozen undead around the corner creaking back to life. Her spells were wearing off. I will not falter, she thought to herself, turning the corner to release another frosty volley. As soon as she began the movement, she felt a certain burst of vigor. Her aim steadied as her body found its stamina. She noticed that the faint blue light at her back had vanished, and then she knew. Cleon has returned. Cleon erupted through the portal, his partner's back coming into sudden view as the light of the outside melted into the dark, musty dungeons of the Zakuri Temple. Before his feet could touch the ground, he set forth a volley of ethereal hammers, spiraling through the undead horde that lay before them. His intense vigor that overflowed into his ally, now becoming rage channeled towards his enemies. The undead would no sooner become frozen solid by the dozens, and then erupt into flames, melting down into raw life force of the adventurers to draw on. Shalon knew this was Clay. His aura was said to be the strongest in the order for his age, at least on this side of the great rivers. His intentions became so focused they affect those in his presence. A soft haze of combat floated lazily as the last of the undead in the corridor had been slain. Clay re-enters the room from chasing down a fleeing fallen, and approaches Shalana as she removes the enchanted demon skull that hides her face in combat, revealing her almost luminous blonde hair and battle-worn, but still pretty features. "Well, it would appear you didn't miss me," he said with a chuckle, accompanied by a sly grin. "Oh, not at all. I just can't believe you would forget it in the stash. Whole lot of good it does us back at camp. You're just lucky you didn't forget your blue scroll this time like usual," she quipped back with an innocent attitude that got her point across, but did not offend her armor-clad partner. "Well, it worked out fine anyway, and if I didn't, you wouldn't have had to duck into that hall to make a stand and find that beautiful new toy of yours," pointing to the bow she was currently oiling and shaving the grip to return its flex. "Sure to hold. You ready?" she said, ignoring his remarks.